Welcome back to Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Well, our video question is from Jeff, and he learned something in a prior episode. I love this one. Check it out.
Hey guys, I learned on the previous Tech Garage how to check a bad ball joint. Watch this. I know these are shot. What else do I need to check while I'm in there?
Cheers, Jeff. You paid attention. That's exactly how you're supposed to check that ball joint. Now, here's what you're actually doing.
Yeah, we need to recap how to check a ball joint. And if you look at the graphic right here that we have, you can actually see it's all about the load-carrying ball joint. Now, depending on your spring location, if your spring location's in the middle like ours is, then you want to put the jack on the lower control arm and jack up on it. Why? You want that ball joint to be free, Brian. We don't want any tension on that. So then you would do that like you was doing, same as Jeff, and you're looking for any movement. Now, if your spring's up on the top up here, that changes the whole thing. The load-carrying ball joint becomes the top one, so we need to free that up. In order to do that, you would place your jack under the frame. So that's hugely important before you're checking it, and you can even see putting a little wedge in there so you free them up, or there's tension on them and they're never going to move.
No.
Now, Jeff's question, he says, what else should he look for? Oh, man, there's all kinds of stuff in there, Brian.
Absolutely, lots of stuff. Shock mount, make sure there's no brokenness in the shock, no fluid leaking out. Upper control arm bushings, you'll see and feel play on any of your checks if these guys are worn out as well.
Absolutely, and if you turn your wheel and you're looking inside there, Jeff, you know, you got an opportunity now to look at all the sway bar links. These things go bad all the time. Your suspension, your tie rod ends. You also have bushings in here on the lower control arm, the upper lower bushings. Heck, you got it in there. You got the wheel off. You're doing all the checks. Go ahead, check your rotor, check your brakes. Man, it's, you know, 40% of the problems are found with a visual inspection just looking. Suspension, there's no science, man. It's pulling, tugging.
Yep.
Just, you'll see some movement.
All it costs you is just a little bit of time and a good flashlight. You know what? Mechanical things are designed to fail at some point. We learned that on the catalytic converter project today. Even though there's a lot of technology inside today's cats, they fail. They get burned out. And we showed the replacement process, how that all works, and the test drive was great. That thing's running really well.
It is. You know, I wasn't the coolest guy in town driving around in an HHR. But listen, I had a little power. The four-cylinder went a little faster than it did before. But you know, we're out of time for today.
Yeah, and you weren't all that cool to begin with. So, hey, come see us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We love hearing from you guys. Keep the questions coming.
Yep, you know, it's time to hit the road, Jack, but we will be back next week. Oh, I should have spent that money on singing lessons. You were right.
You should have.
We'll be back with more Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. See you next week.